In this channel, we will discuss life with chronic pain. I want to present to you Sean, who's an expert in life with chronic pain. You want to give us just a little bit of what your experience was and just this journey that you've been on.
Life with chronic pain began as a result of an automobile accident in which I was rear-ended. Initially, it did not seem as if it were anything other than a fender bender. I was encouraged by my wife, who at that time was an ER nurse, and she admonished me relentlessly to go to the ER and have myself checked out. I was very reluctant, regular guy, tough guy, whatever. I didn't want to go. It was, I thought, a waste of time. At that point, I did go to see and have some pictures and x-rays done. And at that point, a neurologist called me in and to discuss the results. At that point, it was about noon. He asked me if I had eaten breakfast. I thought was an odd question, and I told him that I had. Why would you ask? Why would you care? And he said, because I'd like to take you into surgery this afternoon. And then he proceeded to show me my damaged area, and he was afraid that it would compromise my spinal cord. So that was the beginning of my journey. It was a fusion of C6, C7, which did not take from the front. So a year later, they had to go in through the back and do that fusion again, which did take. But at that point, I think it may have done further damage as a result of the surgery, both surgeries. Life changed dramatically for me. I did not know at that point that life would change dramatically. I thought it was an avenue forward. I thought it was an avenue back to normalcy. I thought it was an avenue to being fixed. Little did I know it was an avenue toward this journey that I had no idea, and has wound into a lot of different places, some of them quite dark, but nonetheless, it's been a journey forward.
We're going to talk about other topics on other additions to this, how it affects your family, your ability to get a job, how others perceive you, how to move forward, all kinds of topics that we're going to talk about. But we want to be a positive and encouraging place for people for where they find themselves in with chronic pain. A couple of statistics that I think in getting ready for this was that people that have high impact chronic pain, which you are in that category, which means that it is debilitating, and that there are over 15 million people that suffer from this level of chronic pain in the United States. It's not often talked about because of the stigma. And Sean and I have spent a lot of time discussing people's perception because they don't understand. Kind of like go back to that thing when he talked about the wreck. The car looked okay, but the frame was bent. Sean doesn't look like he has chronic pain because he doesn't wear it on his face. He's not drooped over. He's not angry. He's not frustrated. It doesn't allow the bad moods to come in. Whereas if some people want you to look like that you should be in chronic pain. And so there's a certain amount of disbelief or credibility issues. Those are some of the things that we want to talk about, so that there are people that can be more empathetic to the demands and to the determination that it requires to persevere through. Those are some of the things that we would like to talk about. But Sean, in closing, if you had somebody sitting in front of you that is struggling with finding possibilities and purpose and peace as they walk through this journey of chronic pain, can you spend a minute or two or whatever is on your heart? What would you tell that person in front of you?
I would say that there is a way forward. This doesn't need to be the end. This doesn't need to define you. There are ways to work through this.
What I want to share is that there's so much more to who people are other than their pain, and that we have to make sure that that part of them stays relevant and stays in the forefront, so that you don't get lost behind the pain.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed.
And so next time we're hoping to have another time of a view from under the bus.